Well, would you look at that? Bitcoin getting a massive 6% move to the upside, pumping like a wild Janet Yellen, running through the jungle with a laundry basket on her head. And of course, we are bouncing right from the long setup we gave on Monday in the New York Open Casper Crew VIP live stream, right down from that $63.6 to $65,000 zone. Now, this is a crucial area we are at right now of resistance, because depending on what happens here, in my opinion, is going to determine whether or not we see Bitcoin push to another macro higher high or actually come a little bit lower before another bounce in the coming weeks. So we need to be paying attention right now. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. So Bitcoin has gotten a large move to the upside over the past few weeks and is currently finding resistance at our white box. And if you've been following my channel, you know that since the beginning of July, I've been telling you this move is coming. It makes the most sense that since these higher time frames are very bottomed out with bullish divergences, that we can make our way back up toward the top of the range. So here we are back toward the top of the range, and this box right here is a pivotal area for Bitcoin. We have a weekly close coming up in about 3 days. And in my opinion, this weekly candle is really going to tell us whether or not Bitcoin is actually going to go for a new all-time high or continue in a little bit of a retracement before getting another bounce. And a huge shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord, because we are currently bouncing right from the long setup that we gave on Monday and reiterated on Wednesday for a juicy 6% move to the upside. And by the way, if you want to join the best trading community in the world, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com, where we have an entire beginner's course, 3 pro trader instructors giving you their updates every single day, telling you their plans, showing you how they are trading this price action. Plus, it's the friendliest, most active trading community in the world. And if you want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, I'm currently trading on BLOFIN, which right now will give you 15% cash back and up to $7,500 future bonus, plus a chance to win all these juicy things. Does not require KYC or a VPN. And I'm also trading on MEXC, which does require a VPN, but on MEXC, best fees in the game, 0% limit order fees, 0.01% market order fees, plus you can trade over 1,500 altcoins with 0 fees on the spot. So you can go in and out of Bitcoin, altcoins, Tether, to whatever you want without having to pay any fees. Links to all this stuff in the pinned comment and description if you're interested. On the daily time frame, let's keep it very simple. The key level for Bitcoin right now is $66,970. Why is this? Well, if we look at this volume profile, which tells us what was considered to be the fair value for Bitcoin since February 28th, we see that the fairest price, the highest volume node where most people bought and sold Bitcoin, was $66,970. As we are coming to a weekly close right here, we can see that this weekly candle potentially could be very, very bullish in the next 2 days and 12 hours. Why? Because after getting a weekly close above the high volume node that we saw last week, and after confirming a green dot on the weekly time frame, a very rare signal, which has only happened 2 other times since November 2022, another close above this white line would look very, very bullish. The market tried to push the price down, but was unable to. And if within the next 2 days and 12 hours, we can close a third candle, should I say a second candle above this white line, that is extremely bullish. And I would expect Bitcoin to come and take these highs. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, what are we seeing right now? Well, we know that we printed this red dot back here on Tuesday, and we were saying we need to let this red dot play out a little bit, because we're expecting a little bit of a pullback from this area, which is why I hit that take profit 1 on this juicy swing trade that I've been showing you live since I entered it on July 8th. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell. But we are seeing market Cipher B, this yellow oscillator right here, this yellow line, curving back up toward the 0 line. And so if today or even tomorrow we print another green dot on the daily time frame right here, that means this red dot has played out and we can actually look for another push to the upside. So this chart right now is potentially looking very, very bullish within the next few days. But we do have to be aware that right now, because we are at resistance, and because this green dot has not even yet printed and the red dot is still confirmed, right now we are coming up to an area of resistance, which is the Fibonacci 618 to the 786 level. Now, so why is the 618 level so important? Well, if we are going to continue lower, and this was our high, this was our low, and now this will be our lower high, forming a head and shoulders pattern, which could potentially give us a target coming back down towards some very low areas of support, basically retesting those high 50s, low 60s. So we really need to watch one of two things. Number one, are we going to print that green dot on the daily? Number two, are we going to hold above this key level of $66,970, that high volume node? And number three, we need to understand that these fib levels are very important, right? As many of you know, I'm a transracial, transgender, trans incel lesbian. The reason I'm so messed up is because back when I was in high school, I had a crush on this girl named 6 Juanita, the 618 Fibonacci level. Her name was actually 6 Juanita. And I asked her out on a date. I thought she had a crush on me. Turns out, guys, I was in something called the friend zone. And this sent me down a long, hard path of heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak until I finally determined I'll never find love ever in my life, ever. Okay? Now, she rejected me time and time again. You can see the 618, bam, look at that. And of course, above her, we have the 786 Fibonacci level. Here's a picture of her. Obviously, she did not date me because, well, she's not into dudes like that. But here's the thing. We need to be watching because I do believe within the next day, we're going to know for certain what is going to happen here because this daily is either going to print that green dot or it's not. And we're either going to close this candle for the day above that $67,000 level or we are not. So we have a very clear line in the sand for the day. And then for the week, again, we have a very clear line in the sand for the week. In 2 days and 12 hours, is this going to confirm the candle body close above $66,970 or is it going to close below? Remember, when we're dealing on these high time frames, this high volume node is very, very pivotal. If we close a weekly candle below the level, we can expect a bigger move to the downside. If we close another weekly candle above the level, that is even more bullish confirmation for continuation to the upside. Now, let's talk about the bearish scenario. Let's say, for example, this bearish head and shoulder pattern here does kind of play out and we get our push back down toward that area of the high 50s, low 60s. Well, that's actually, in my opinion, a pretty good thing to happen. Why? Well, because if we take a Fibonacci from this last swing low to the current high, we can see that if we do get a move back down to the high 50s, low 60s, this is going to be a historic area of support. We're literally going all the way back to March 2024. It was support once, it was support twice, 3 times, 4 times, flipped into resistance before the breakout. So this would actually be, in my opinion, a bullish retest after getting our initial big impulse to the upside. We come down and we retest the Fibonacci golden pocket, retest that key zone of support, and then we can get another big move to the upside here, eventually taking out these highs. So no matter how you slice it, in my opinion, I am bullish on Bitcoin no matter what because of the weekly green dot, because of the daily bullish divergences. I welcome a retrace here because, in my opinion, it will be able to get us into a juicy move. Now, of course, the move may have been from this level that we were ready for in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. This might be a bottom here. This really might be it. We'll have to see how the daily confirms and how the weekly confirms. But if things start to not look as bullish as we want here, the next major area we need to be aware of is going to be right around the low 60s, high 50s, because in my opinion, this is the next big trade setup that I see on the chart for a massive move, potentially taking us to a new all-time high, right? We're talking about a 25% move or so on Bitcoin right here. So guys, that is it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and may God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!